Listen. Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind.
Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come with me? Rain.
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, vibrant ones, to Vibes and Stuff Live in the Morning. This is your host, Chuck Allen, with your host, Uncle Freezy, coming to you live on a Wednesday, hump day.
Yo.
Uncle, how you doing this morning?
Man, oh man. Yo, you ever been fired up and sad at the same time?
Yes. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
That's where I'm at right now.
Oh man, I know how you feel. So you will go ahead and just go through the rundown, get through that, so we can get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah, let's get to the order of business, right? Let me start off by saying, Chuck, what's in your cup?
You know how I do.
Yeah, man.
Sparkling water. Today is strawberry, blueberry seltzer water. Yeah.
Strawberry and blueberry together?
Yeah.
That sounds tasty, bro.
It's pretty good, man. I like this. I like this brand of sparkling water. They have such flavors as peach pear, mango, pineapple, coconut, raspberry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, mango, coconut, and they're all tremendous, man. The ice cold, I throw them in the how the old people say it, in the ice box. Throw them in the ice box.
In the ice box.
I throw them in the ice box.
Yo, Ralphie, go in the ice box. You Ralphie boy. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I think when you said that, I think we've touched on the variations of that character.
Yeah.
How they've taken it from the Honeymooners and the Flintstones and Yogi Bear, and it was another one where it had that kind of dynamic like Ralph and Norton.
Yeah, Ralph and Norton. Yeah. Mike and Molly, King of Queens. Yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's Scooby and Shaggy. It's all the same, bro.
So I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole. We're gonna bring it back, but for a long time I never got the reason like why Shaggy and Scooby went and Scooby Snacks was so funny. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it until I was a full-blown teenager, and I was like, yo, those dudes was high.
Yes.
Yo,
yes.
When they would get out of the van and all the smoke would be coming out the van, they were getting high.
They was high. Right.
How they were letting kids watch this. This is
Chuck,
crazy.
And Chuck, and here's the thing. A dude told me, a stoner told me one time, he was like, yo, if the joke was on y'all, Shaggy was so high that he thought Scooby was a dog. Right? And the other thing is, and here's the thing, and he was like, yo, and the flip part is, yo, Scooby was so high that he thought Shaggy was a man.
Wait. Hold up.
Yes. Dude said, yo, the dude legit said, yo, Shaggy was so high that he thought Scooby was a dog. And he said, and then he was like on the flip side, yo, Scooby was so high that he thought Shaggy was a man. Yo, he was like, yo, and so I talked to a stoner about that. This must have been about 20 years ago. Yo, every time I hear that, yo, I'm like, what kind of high were you, bro?
Because I'm lost right now. I'm like, am I high right now? Because that doesn't even that don't even make sense. Wait, what? He's so okay.
But you gotta remember, this is the acid era.
Okay.
Remember all of the colors, all the things
Yeah.
going. Yeah, it's the trip era.
Trippy. Okay. Yep. Because they're driving a beetle bus.
Right.
It's painted the psychedelic colors.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, this was on Saturday morning. Like, yo, that was appointment TV for me and my older cousin. I mean, she used to come get me out of the bed. Scooby about to come on.
Right.
And me and her sit there eating cornflakes with sugar on it.
Yeah.
Watching Scooby-Doo early in the AM on Saturday. There you go, Robert Paul. The LSD tree hugging era. Yes.
Yes, bro. Yes, these people were so high. And so when he said that, man, I laughed so hard, bro. I laughed at that. Yo, Chuck, I laughed at this shit like a week. Yo, because it blew my mind, right? Yo, you so high. You think, bro, this is crazy.
Oh,
He's
my
so
God.
high. And he thinks Scooby is a dog.
But
why? It's crazy, bro.
I'm like, man, are you high right now? Like, are you high right now? I need to know that.
Bro, that is crazy. Dude, no lie. No, hand to the man. A dude said, yo, Uncle Freezy, you didn't know that they were high? I was like, no, I thought they was just silly. I thought they were scary. He was like, no, bro. These dudes were so high that one dude is looking at the other one and he think it's a dog, and the other one is a dog thinking the other dude's a man. That's how high is crazy. He was like, why you think it took them 30 minutes to figure out that the criminal is right there beside them every episode? The criminal always identifies stuff like, yeah, I did it. Basically, when you go back and look at the beginning of the episode, they say something like, yeah, we never get any visitors to this park. The person that always say that be the one when they pull the mask off, it be that person.
Yes. it always be that person.
Yes. Bro, oh my God, bro. And then when you think about all the people that they bought on those shows, that shit was the imagination. But they was high.
Yes.
The Globetrotters.
Batman and Robin.
Yes. Yo, it's crazy. You would never be able to pull that off nowadays. Would you think about it? Would you nowadays would you be willing to pull off entities from other companies just being on your show on a weekly basis? Who got clout like that now? Think about how hard it would be for us to just have Joe Budden on this show.
Yeah,
Crazy,
now,
right?
yeah, it would be hard. Um, it
Robert Paul is in the building. Robert Paul was, yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Yo, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean?
it is crazy. Um, that was just that's wild. Because now I'm thinking, now I want to just like go back and yo, weren't a couple of their shows? Didn't a couple of their shows had like Cheech and Chong? Weren't they?
Yes,
Weren't they? And then like
Cheech and
Jerry Garcia
Chong.
did appeared in
Yes,
one of them. Oh, these
yes.
dudes were super duper high.
Just imagine being in the room when they drawing the cartoon, when they put the storyboard up. When they put the storyboard up on the wall, just imagine that. Bro, I could do one because it was high as a kite.
Yes, there was a lot of acid and quaaludes and weed going around in there.
Yes.
Or grass. It was grass then.
Grass back then, grass. Smoking grass back then is what they call it.
Grass.
That's the era I'm from, the smoking grass era.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Chiba, Reefa.
Okay,
That's the era, man.
so they made that same assertion about the Magic School Bus. Like the
Yes.
Magic School Bus was another show about people being high, but it was undercover. Like, yo, what kind of bus you get on that can fly, go outer space, go underwater?
Right.
All of these adventures in a day. These are kids getting high. They're just high together. I'm like, nah, man, that's a kid show, man. Stop it.
Yeah, Chuck, think
All
about
right.
it. Think about it. Going underwater, that's the sensation your brain get when you getting high. Drowning. That's the state that your mind is in when you smoke weed. That's what it is. Oxygen deprivation. That's how it was explained. That's how it was explained to me. The act of getting high when you smoke weed is oxygen deprivation. You know what I'm saying? Certain things go to your brain and certain things don't. Now, I'm not saying that you dying, and it's not major. It's not like, a major thing. But it's the reason why people put it in a song. If people put things like, people put like that type of stuff in their songs. Erykah Badu did it with this song called On and On, when she was talking about the act of being high. Yeah. One of my favorite slept on get high songs. You know what I'm saying? When you hear On and On, you don't even think it's a weed song.
Until she said, I have $4.03. Hey, you may laugh, but you did not do yo man.
Right.
Like, uh-oh.
Yeah. She's talking about getting high. It's not about drama. Yeah. It's not about drama. It's about getting high. Yep. The get high song. Yeah, like Puff the Magic Dragon. I remember my mama slapped me so hard, bro. My mother slapped me. My mom slapped me. I was in there and just walked through the house like a little kid. Puff the Magic Dragon. And she was like, yo. And I did one of them stuntman falls. Like, because I didn't know.
Oh, shit.
I was like, damn. I was thinking in my mind, like, God damn it, I must have cussed or something. Why she so mad that I said Puff the Magic Dragon? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it then. You know what I'm saying? And back then, when you got discipline, they ain't had to tell you nothing. No. You just had to think about yourself. Like, what did I say?
What did I do?
Yeah, man. Hey, Chuck. So how is the weather where you are?
Here in the city, it's a nice, brisk 66 degrees. Hopefully, we'll get up to 80 degrees today. It's going to be mostly sunny with a 0% chance of rain.
hopefully we can get up to there. It's 63 in the Carolinas. Hopefully we can get up to about 75. That would be ideal for us.
Wait a minute. What is going on? I've noticed when we do the weather, South Carolina will be colder than New York. That has never been the case.
Yeah, man.
Ever.
Right now it's 63 degrees and sunny outside.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember calling my family and my cousins was around. Hey man, how y'all? I know it's still warm down there. Yeah, it's still warm down here, man. We ain't wearing jackets yet. And I'm like, damn, I got on sweaters.
Yeah, man. Up top, get us in the mornings, but about 10 o'clock, competition's on. like where you at? It'll probably be about 75 down here. It'll probably be about 84. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. And then we get colder at night. Because even though I'm in the Carolinas, you gotta think people like Carolinas is like mid-Atlantic. Carolinas is not deep down south. Deep down south is Georgia, Florida. Y'all know that already.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, Slithery Man is in the building. What's good?
Salute.
Yeah, man. So we got Chuck. I'm gonna play a joint, and then we're gonna get into health and lifestyle, because this is gonna be crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, check this out. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Shorty, let me holler at you. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood. From first eye contact, I knew I had to have that. Had a feeling you were something special. Didn't know if I could match that. You draw a crowd just to say hi. You make it happen, you stay fly. You big and everyone know. If I was a stock, you would raise mine. Even with a t-shirt and sweats on. Girl, you work it for me. Don't matter what they say about you. Baby, you're perfect to me. It's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood. That Dominican girl, East African queen, call you my cinnamon girl. Sweet like grandma cobbler, you are a #1 prospect. Even if you're raised in the projects, and you got the whole game on lock. Cops and robbers, they'll build an altar, you're so bomb. You shoot them down so calm. You don't be playing no games, but sexy in jerseys you throw on. I'm your soldier, I will march in line. You know it's your world. Let me hit you with that more in line. You go, girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I would love to be the one that holds you. console you in times of grief, and listen when you're trying to speak. Your smile, it brightens up the darkest moods, and looking in your eyes is like gazing at the stars and moon. Just thinking about you, damn, I can hardly move. The depths of my feelings are hard to convey. Like trying to catch fish at the edge of a bay. Like I'm caught in an infinite wave. Cause even when you do the simplest things,
So Chuck, so Chuck, so an old white guy, rich guy does it again, right? So an old rich white guy thinks that he can say the N-word because he is rich. I'm frustrated by this. Not because I'm a racist, because I'm not. Right? I describe this man this way because I feel like this guy is a person that's out of touch. Right? Some of my and I know this is gonna sound racist, right? This is what racist people say. Man, some of my best friends in the world are that from that race you're saying I'm offending. I'm not that guy, bro. I'm not a racist, right? I know I may describe people in a certain way and it seems racist, but my friend, man, listen, man, I'm not that type of person. I generally it's with me it's as simple as people that are around me know that I'm inclusive, right? I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your ability is. Like you know how people say, man, I'm not racist, but then they don't deal with people of certain ages or certain certain people have physical disabilities, right? And some people just don't deal with them, or mental disabilities, they don't deal with them. But you know what I'm saying, things of that sort, right? What I'm saying is this, man. An old guy does it again, bro. And the NBA gave this dude, in my opinion, what is the softest of soft slaps on the wrist. Right? I cannot believe that the NBA let a man openly in the workplace and did nothing about it for years. Then when they're forced to investigate, they suspend them for a year.
There's so many avenues that we can attack this conversation, and there's so many ways that I want to respond as well. Like I said backstage, I'm not surprised. And to the people that are joining us, thank you for joining us. If this is your first time checking out Visor Stuff with Chuck and Uncle Freezy, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications so that whenever we go live, you can come kick it with us. People, if you're 60 years old and older, you know better. There's no such thing as because they're saying it, I should say it. You know the hate and vitriol behind that word. Y'all know. You were young children or maybe even teenagers at that time when this was going on, when this word was used and the context in which it was used and the atmosphere that was surrounding that word and why you shouldn't say it. You know exactly why. So there's no way in 2022 you have that lapse in judgment, or you're that clueless to the world that is going on around you, that you don't know this is an inappropriate thing to say. Um, the NBA will protect those that they care about. There was a big issue. There was a big issue behind the scenes about that Darnold Sterling thing, that I think people have been forgetting. And Mark Cuban made it very clear. A guy can't lose his team because of an indiscretion, right?
Okay.
And we're going down a slippery slope where you can make a guy sell his team. And I was like, okay. That confirms that you guys use this language behind the scenes all the time. This is the NBA. The NBA is still, no matter how many black players are in the NBA, how many black coaches or black executives, it's still a white man's game. Y'all don't remember the email by Danny Ferry?
Yeah. Yes. You remember the yes.
Oh, okay. So like these aren't new instances. These are recent things. These are recent instances of the racist stuff that goes on behind the scenes in the NBA. Not only NBA, the NFL.
Right.
Completely just like racism is not dead, it's alive and well. If you're not a soccer fan, or to some of the people that are listening, football fan, go watch some of these Premier Leagues and the World Cup.
Right.
Guys that have been playing over there for years that are superstars. Think you hear the stuff that they call some of these African guys?
Bro. Right.
Whole stadiums. I'm talking about 50,000, 100,000 people calling you the N word.
Right.
Like let's come on, man. Like it hasn't gone anywhere, and that's why I was like, yo, when you openly shame people, all it does is take it to the underground. We can't say it out there, but we're going to keep it alive in here. And then it takes only one guy who feels, yo, enough is enough. I'm going to say it for the rest of the people that want to say it but can't say it because they're afraid to say it. We watch Donald Trump do it.
Right.
Say all of the things that people want to say,
Right.
but afraid to say because they can lose everything.
Right.
And so if you get more and more people like, hey, man, nah, man, this is not right. We should be able to say it too. It'll make, well, the hope, in my opinion, the hope is to think, yeah, yo, then now people are going to say, yo, maybe they got a point.
Yeah.
Why can't we say it? We should be able to say it. And I'm like, nah, because guess what? We seeing firsthand what happens when you offend the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Mark Jackson.
Right. Or Jewish people. Say something about Jewish people if you want to. You're think,
gone.
You think, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. You think if you say something against gay people that you're gonna get canceled, you think about saying something about Jewish people and see how fast things can end for you. Like people think the end of Public Enemy was like, you know what I'm saying, Public Enemy just got old, they old school. Nah.
JDL, baby.
Yeah, Professor Griff said something about Jewish people, bro.
Yeah.
And listen, and he didn't really even get into the bag that he wanted to. I think he was just like at the tip of the iceberg. I think he wanted to go deeper.
Right.
But just off that alone, after that, could so like Chuck, what do you think was it? Do you think Public Enemy just fell off?
No.
Because when Public Enemies at the time, Public Enemy had songs like "Welcome to the Terror Dome," right? "Welcome to the Terror Dome," and what's the joint that he did, the Pete Rock remix? Shut him down.
Yeah, down. Yeah.
So yo, they had came out of 90 and 91. It was, man, Welcome to the Terror Dome was fire, bro. And then Welcome to the Terror Dome was a drive beat, right? Yeah, I know what a drive beat, right? Like as soon as you hear it, it makes you want to do something. But like for instance, I'll give you an example of a drive beat. In the Club by 50 Cent. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Like as soon as you hear that drive beat, it make your body want to do something. As soon as you hear that beat, it's a drive beat, make you want to do something. You don't know what, but it just make you want to. It's like when you first saw the docuseries Shaka Zulu. At the beginning of that docuseries, that beat, doom 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 boom 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 boom. You didn't know what, but you wanted to do something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so Welcome to the Terror Dome was one of them beats like that. Like you don't know what you want to do, but you know you got to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people think Public Enemy just fell off. Nah. Public Enemy didn't fall off. They got taken off. You know, we let you go. We let you go as far as you want to do, man. All that stuff, man. As long as y'all was just talking to, and then as long as y'all was chasing ghosts. But as soon as y'all point that target at us, that's it.
Yes.
That's it. It took Public Enemy 5 years to get on the He Got Game soundtrack after that. You remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same thing happened to Ice Cube.
Yes.
Yeah, like that thing that y'all saw in Straight Outta Compton. There was actual real-time video of that interview and how that interview went and how they tried to set him up to say some stuff, you know, and try to link him to some things that he a bunch of sandbagging reporting.
Yeah, man.
Like, man. Like the JDL don't play.
No,
they don't play.
And you know what? And I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. If listen, my heart goes out to Jewish people, the Jewish community, for the stuff that they went through, the Holocaust stuff. My heart goes out to them because nobody's family should just be mass murdered because of how you were born. Right. Nobody. You know, genocide is wrong on every level. I don't care. No, genocide is wrong.
Right.
Period. And I'm gonna get back to Robert Sarver, right? Because I didn't want to link genocide to Robert Sarver, right? I don't want to do that. These two things are separate. The thing is with that, that's wrong on every level, right? But my thing is with what Robert Sarver does, and this is totally separate. Robert Sarver is ignorant. He a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He a dummy. Because you can't just go walk around in the workplace and just say racial slurs and think that it's going to be okay because you soften the impact of the word. You're trying to, well, if they can say the N-word, why can't I say the N-word? And he didn't say N-word, he said nigga. So let me rephrase this. So this will have the impact of what people, so people can understand where I'm going.
Right.
Robert Sarver wasn't saying the N-word. Robert Sarver was saying nigga. And there was one point where he even made a distinction. Like he was like, I'm not saying nigger, I'm saying nigga. This is in that 45-page report. Like he made a distinction. I'm not calling them niggers. I'm saying, why can't we say nigger? Bro, either way that you say it is wrong. And people are offended. And just because you hear it, don't mean it's acceptable. When you hear it, a responsible person, because you are responsible for the health and welfare of thousands of people, because you own the Phoenix Suns. So when you hear it, you have to put your foot down and be like, in my facilities, anything Phoenix Suns related, you will not say that word or you fired. When you are the gatekeeper of a certain thing, you have to make sure that you protect everybody from anybody. So when I heard it,
Absolutely.
Chuck, I think this is an ongoing conversation, bro. I don't know how we're gonna get to the end of this in one show.
All right. Well, we'll work it out the best way we can. But we gotta have this conversation, man. It has to happen, because here's the thing. Until we get more billionaires or enough of entertainers to put their money together to create their own leagues, this type of stuff is going to happen every few years. We're going to be having this conversation about another owner or personnel of an organization within another couple of years, maybe even this season. It's a common thing, man. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's a common thing. And I always bring up, we don't have to talk about slavery for those who get very tense and, well, that was 400 years ago. Well, segregation was only 80 years ago. So that's your grandparents.
Yeah.
Or great grandparents, right?
Right.
That's something that happened in this country. And because folks were shamed, it went underground. That hatred and stuff went underground. It didn't go away. Think about this. After integration, some states didn't integrate until it was almost 1970.
Until they were forced.
They were forced
by the federal government.
Like when they had the documentary on Bear Bryant, and everyone's talking about how great he was, and they talking about they were really focusing on the fact that Alabama gets their first crop of black players, and Bears doing the right thing, moving forward.
Their first crop. I guess it was a bumper crop too. You talk about people like we,
yeah,
like we a bushel of corn.
Yeah, but it was 1971.
Right.
Right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A whole 7 years later, you finally gonna do the right thing, and y'all patting him on the back? Man, get the F out of here. But
get out of here. Get out of here. Yep.
But think about that. So it didn't happen overnight, and then that didn't take away from how maybe some people felt about having black players on the team. It just didn't say anything. Now it's you go from we're gonna keep this a white man sport to now we gotta let him play. Like
Right.
we gotta let him play. Like I seen I watched the new series on TV, A League of Their Own. And it's in that time frame where things were segregated. And so I'm like, yo, this is like 1940, 42. 40 years later, or 38 years later, I come along and I say to myself, okay, well, what's changed between then and now? Racism just went uncovered.
The way things are covered.
Right.
So,
like, think about this, Uncle Freezy. These things have been going on. It took some outside entity to put pressure on them to even do anything because they didn't feel like anything was wrong. Oh, well, he didn't say anything wrong. Trust me, if the Donald Sterling thing would have not happened in the social media era, nothing would have happened because he's been the same man his whole life. He's been that guy. He's been in the news, his company being in the news, not renting to people of African American descent or some other foreign residents. So it's like, okay, or foreign immigrant. That's what I meant to say. And he had a history of this, but because this is the social media age, and once social media get a hold of something, they don't let it go until they're done with it, and then guess what? It gets recycled, and then maybe 5 years ago it becomes a thing again, and it keeps going. It never truly dies. So okay, we got to get rid of. We can't allow this to become a viral moment where it destroys the brand overall of the NBA.
Right.
Let's get rid of him.
It is a business.
It's a business.
Let's not forget that. The NBA is a business. It's an entertainment business, and so that's why you see places like the Lakers, or I'm sorry, not the Lakers, but places like New Orleans and San Antonio and a bunch of other things. They always get the number one pick. They always get the hot shot rookie sent to that city. It's their training ground. They get sent to a training ground to prove that they can be a star. Once they develop into a star, they can stay or they can leave. It's why they have rules in place. It's why you have, say, for a max contract, you get an extra year and extra money to stay with your original team. It's not meant for them to stay with the Lakers or with the Knicks. It's so that it entices you to stay in places like Memphis, Tennessee, Orlando, Florida, New Orleans, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Portland, Oregon.
Milwaukee,
Wisconsin. But Robert Sarver is the idiot that did this. Like I'm not. This is not an indictment against the NBA, because the NBA has its flaws, and I don't want to personally. I don't want to dilute the message by having the NBA directly involved. Robert Sarver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, said "nigga" in the workplace. Robert Sarver said "nigga" in the workplace, right? And so the thing is, when you point out, this is where my frustration lies with hearing the word. See, for one, I'm offended by the word, right? But I'm not using this platform to let you know how I'm offended by the word, right? I'm offended by what Robert Sarver said. And that weak ass apology that he put out there though I'm disappointed with the NBA's findings, I will comply with the no, bro. Say you said it. Admit that you said nigga in the workplace as a white guy.
Yeah.
That's where we can start. Because I can pull up the apology right now. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it.
See, this is do you guys it was an actual story, but they used it on the Boondocks. They reenacted it on the Boondocks with the teacher gets in trouble
I remember
for
that.
calling the student the N-word. And he goes on this long explanation of how the word is used and how he used it, and he doesn't understand why he can't use it, and especially in the context that he used it. And I was like, sir, you're a grown man. You know why you can't use it. You know why you as an old white man can't use that word. You know exactly why. You know exactly what you were doing, but I'm such an intellect. I'm going to explain from a language standpoint that I'm using the word not in a negative context, but in the context of urban lexicon.
I'm trying to relate. Is basically what he's saying.
Yes, get the out of here with that. And so this is that. To me, this is what that is, because that guy came with an apology after he looked completely silly trying to explain himself. He tries to come with an apology, and it's like, nah, man, that's just weak, man.
That's weak.
Let's hear the Robert.
I can't
Robert.
find it.
Okay.
I can't find it. I'm looking for it right now. And so here's the thing. The official statement from the Suns Legacy Partners LLC, the sports and entertainment entity that manages and operates the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, they say the Suns Legacy Partners is committed to creating a safe, respectful, and inclusive work environment that is free of discrimination and harassment. As the NBA acknowledged, we fully cooperated with the NBA's investigation, which covered an 18-year period, including by encouraging current and former employees to participate. The NBA findings concerning the organization, and I'm gonna pull it up on the screen so y'all can see it too. I'm gonna stop right there and pull it up on the screen so y'all will see what I'm reading. Right. Let's see. All right. So this is what I'm reading, everybody. I'll put a link to it in the chat, but let me finish reading first. The NBA findings concerning the organization focus, for the most part, on the historic matters that have been addressed in recent years, including through meaningful enhancements to our workplace compliance program. At the direction of senior leadership, we have strengthened our culture and focus on creating a workplace where everyone feels included and valued. These efforts include hiring new HR leadership, updating our employee handbook to clearly define our expectations for appropriate workplace behavior, and adopting strong code of conduct, instituting robust processes to report misconduct, and holding training on respect in the workplace as our corresponding policies and procedures. We nevertheless take seriously the NBA's findings and will implement the workplace improvements the NBA has identified to the extent that we have not yet done so. Robert Sarver is also taking responsibility for his actions. He recognizes that at times during his 18 years of ownership, His conduct did not reflect this. Oh, I'm sorry. Conduct did not reflect his or the son's values and was inconsistent with the advancements the management team has taken with Robert's full support. We are proud of the progress we already made, and moving forward, our organization will continue to build a best-in-class workplace. Right? Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, Chuck. All that stuff is nice. That is definitely lawyered up. You know, a lawyer wrote that, right? How I know a lawyer wrote that, Chuck? When you see a bunch of commas and inclusive statements, a lawyer wrote it. A lawyer wrote it, right? Because this is legalese. This is legalese passed to the PR department, right? So that they can put out. The PR department had to do something. They had an in-house lawyer write this. I know this. I've been in this setting before where somebody made a mistake. And the lawyer won't let the PR department move a muscle until everything that is being sent out is non-offensive and there is damage control done. Andy, and what's good? King Poppy, what's good, man? Corey Lee, what's good? It's good to see you. DeRoss is in the building. Good to see you earlier, DeRoss. Good to see you, bro. Chuck, this is what they call damage control, spin doctoring. Right? Because you don't, bro, how long does it take a child to graduate from public school? 18 years, right? It take a child 18 years to graduate from public school. And y'all telling me this dude was doing this from a time a kid stepped foot in kindergarten to that kid till what? 18 years?
18 years.
18 years? This went on for 18 years. And the Phoenix Suns are like, yes, you know, we're working on implementing a world class. No, get out of here. What they need to do, they need to do something public. Like, yo, I apologize to the people that I offended. Right? Because Chuck, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When say for instance, when a black man rob a liquor store, guess what? It's all over the 6 o'clock news. It's in a news cycle. 2 or 3 days. Mug shots splattered all over the screen.
Absolutely.
Robert Sarver is it. Yeah, and it should. But what I'm telling you is what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely. But it won't be because they're not going to allow it to damage their brand. They're not going to allow it to damage their brand. Because think about the NBA was real quick to go, yo, we're not going to do like the NFL. We're going to allow our players to protest and say the things that they want to say. All right. But when it became too much for the consumers who like to keep their heads in the sands, right?
Right.
The I don't say anything, even though I know this is wrong, but I don't say anything, and somehow want to be justified. Well, I'm not them, but you ain't say nothing. You just as guilty as them. You're compliant. But anyway, those people started saying things, right? Now, okay, I'm not going to do any more in-game protests. They're not going to, or what they said. How did they phrase it? Showing solidarity, right? You guys aren't going to be able to take your knees and wear your Black Lives Matters T-shirts. So you had people wearing shirts inside out. You had people not wanting to participate because the NBA was like, oh no, we're getting too much backlash from this. Like, yeah, this might be the right thing to do, but this is affect business.
Right.
Scrap all
Right.
that. Scrap all that. We'll donate money.
But the only color that matters is green.
Exactly. And so that's all that matters with when Starver is that I'm gonna let this money clean it up. They'll tell you that in a minute. If even with Gucci, when Gucci came out with that racist mask, like you knew exactly what you were doing, and it did for you what you wanted to do, and you were able to the check that you wrote is a write off.
It's nothing.
You probably write off expenses more than that.
Bigger than that.
But
Yeah.
you got to say, yo, you donated to the United Negro College Fund and different organizations.
But were you doing that before you came out with that racist mask?
No. That's why I'm doing it, because you can see and you have something to reference or go back to when we like, listen, they can't be racist because look at all the money that they donated. I'm not impressed if you're $1 billion corporation donating $10 million because you have a bad PR week. Somebody in your company said something or did something.
Oh my God! I just saw the mask, Chuck. I just saw the mask. I just looked at the mask, man. Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
man. They knew exactly what they were doing, man. Because blackface was an issue at the time, people doing blackface. And so you had all these. I remember when these kids from Clemson did it. And then there were some more kids from another college. And then some more white kids from another college had not only wearing blackface, had their N-word song. And then you kept seeing all these little viral little things. And then this is what you guys do. You put out this. You can have one of those. And I got one if you're still hungry. Like, are you crazy? But guess what? Money will make it go away.
Right.
Money. We've seen in this country where that money rules all. Money absolutely rules all. Do y'all not remember O.J. Simpson and that whole situation?
Yeah.
That was not about race at all.
Right.
Not at all. Chris Rock had a great joke about it. That it wasn't about race. It was about fame. It was about money. Because if he was regular Joe Blow or Renthal James, he'd have been a headline for a week as
Maybe.
the serial murderer. Yeah, maybe. That's it. If it was in Detroit, we'd have never heard of him. The people in Detroit might have heard of the story, but the rest of the world, no. Oh, he got off. The money, man. Money talks. BS walks.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard the situation about.
Yeah, Andy. In the locker room after the Golden State game, where the Golden State Warriors was using the N-word and Robert Sarver got mad that he couldn't use it. Yeah, Robert Sarver listen, man, y'all gotta read this go read what the NBA found through an independent party and look at how they point out these instances and cover it up with this thing. Is 43 pages. So that look, man. Chuck, you ever heard that thing, Forest for the Trees?
No, I don't think.
Trees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so in these cases where it's like and I'm not going, conspiracy theory, but it's like the Kennedy assassination. There is like 10 million pages of stuff from this one event, right? And so what happens is in those 10 million pages, you could put the truth in there because it's impossible for a human being to read 10 million pages, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so what this thing is with with the alien the whatever stuff, it's like it's I think they say it's like over 1 billion pages of information. Well, a human being can't process that much information. So you could put the truth in there, it'd be just hard to find it. Right?
Right.
And so the thing with Robert Sarver is this thing is 43 pages. And what it makes it sound like is if you just put the truth in there somewhere, people will get tired of reading by page 8, and then before you know it, it'll be a runaway thing, and this thing will go away. It'll be a punchline. Some dumbass comedian will be telling jokes about it in a month, bro. In case y'all don't know, I really dislike comedians, bro. And in case people like, yo, Uncle Freezy, why you gotta act around against comedians? Because some dumbass comedian is gonna start making jokes about it, right? And then what it is but it's freedom of speech. No, you freedom. It's freedom to be soft. That's what you are. Comedians probably writing jokes about it right now. I had drinks with Robert Sarver. He only called me the N-word twice, and the crowd's clapping. You know what I'm saying? But cats like me, if Robert Sarver called me a nigga, I'm gonna punch him in his fucking throat. If Robert Sarver even says a word around me, I'm gonna punch him in his fucking throat. Right? And you know what that make me look like? It made me look like the angry black dude. Man, this big guy punched the owner of the Phoenix Suns. He looked like a lunatic. Yo, well, what drove me to lunacy? A dude that feels like he's untouchable can say whatever the hell he want to say and think that there's no consequences to it. I know YouTube like itching. YouTube can't wait to demonetize this video. Right now, as soon as they come across, they're gonna be like, he said. But look, man, some things need to be said, bro.
It has to be.
And I understand the YouTube guidelines and all that stuff. I do. Right? I do. And this has nothing to do with YouTube. This ain't YouTube's fault. YouTube didn't make Robert Sarver call somebody nigga. Right? They didn't. But what I'm saying to everybody is I'm offended by that. I'm offended by it. I don't even say the word in my daily life. I only say it here so you can understand the full impact of what I'm saying. Because the N-word does no justice to the word nigga. It don't. The N-word. Right? Robert Sarver said it. And he meant it. And until he got called out for it, he never even acknowledged that he said it. If he was sorry about what was done, he would have came out and said, yo, he'd have been ahead of this thing. Yo, I used inappropriate language in the workplace. I'm sorry. I had no idea how this would have impacted others, whether they're Phoenix Suns affiliated or just people around the world. People around the world, I'm sorry. Because you ain't heard a peep out of Robert Sarver saying nothing about the word or none of that stuff before he started getting investigated.
Nope.
And then two, the NBA and these lawyers, these independent firms, whatever, bring out these 18 years. Well, the thing wasn't an 18-year thing. It was a stretch where he just felt like he could say it, and he's owned the Suns for that long. So they try to stretch it out over a stitch of time like it happened every 5 years. No, this ain't happened every 5 years. They only got people to acknowledge that he did it, like during certain circumstances. You think that dude didn't say that word more often?
Of course he did.
And then here's the disgusting thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What this thing makes me just disgusted. This dude is going around. There's a part in the piece that y'all have to read where this dude is going around touching on male players, like just touching on male players, and using words like that in the workplace.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pause in it. Wait. He did what?
Chuck, you got to read this piece, bro. You got to read this piece.
And hold on for a second. Now, see, now we got to talk about buck breaking and all this stuff, because you mean to tell me this devil, because that's devilish behavior, man, to go around touching inappropriately grown black men?
Chuck, you got to read this thing. You got to read it, bro. You got to read this thing because you don't know. See, right now I sound like a lunatic. Talking about Robert Sarver, right? Because I read parts of it. I hadn't even read the whole thing yet, and I'm hot already, right? I'm hot already. I ain't even read the whole thing, right? So you got to read the whole thing, bro. And Vibsters. Vibrant ones, and for all of y'all watching, and for all the ones that will watch, you got to go out and read the thing for yourself. I'm advising you to go out and read the thing. Don't read snippets, because snippets are controlled by certain. Go read the original doc. You got to do it, because when you snip through stuff, you only get the portion that people want you to read, and so these things get taken out of context. He only said it because the other guy said it. Nah, man, no. Read the whole thing, and then
so what?
And then,
so what? There were other people saying it. How many times as a child did you get in trouble for doing something, following behind somebody else, and then you use that as an excuse? Well, they always doing it.
Well, Chuck, if that got you offended, when you read the whole thing, you're gonna be ready. As soon as you finish, you're gonna be ready to turn these mics back on as soon as you get about halfway through, bro. I promise you. I mean, you gonna be in the middle of the night, you might be reading, you be like, oh, yo, turn these mics on, I got something to say.
Yo,
because
I'm
right
gonna
now,
tell you. Go ahead.
I'm saying, bro. Bro, when you just, all I'm saying, I can't say it enough. Read it. Don't go by with it, because I already saw this dude named Flight Mike. I saw his video. It's a dude. I don't really watch much of this stuff. Occasionally, I'll go through. But a dude named Flight Mike was reading through the thing, right? And then he was like pointing out certain things and laughed like, no, he didn't really mean that was that was sophomore-ish. That was like, sophomore in college type. Boys will be boys. Nah, man. Nah. No. There's no such thing as sophomore stuff when you are defaming people's ancestry. And you 60.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm tempted to do a chop it up later. I'm tempted to read the entire thing word for word on a chop it up later on. I swear to you, bro. I'm tempted to do that. Read it word for word. Just read the whole thing verbatim.
Okay. What time you want to do? You want to do that? I'll be available after 8.
I'm not for sure. Nick's freestyle come on tonight.
Okay.
What I'm saying? And not us.
Yeah.
So
Hey man, I'm going to say something to my people, uh, and I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking about black people. When I say my people, the people that are not in the 1%, y'all better start. Y'all, if you're not white, get your own, do your own thing. They're always going to feel this way about us, even if they let you in. Even if they let you in, they'll smile in your face, and then once you're not in their sight, say how they really feel amongst their true friends. We have to establish our own uh, entities, our own football, basketball, baseball, um, our own Hollywoods, our own Googles, our own Facebooks, because you notice all of these companies, all of these entities have instances like this every few months or every few years, where it's always or mostly aimed towards their biggest consumers. Like we're their biggest consumers. All of those sports entities, all of those clothing entities, we're their biggest consumers. It's our young kids out there doing God knows what for money to go buy these things, or those who with legit jobs spend
Right.
thousands of dollars going to these games, buying these jerseys, buying these expensive brands, and without, like, that racism train is never late, man. In five, four, three, two, one, here we go.
Again,
Inward,
right
inward,
on,
inward.
right on
Right on
time.
schedule. If you miss one, 15 minutes, the next one coming. It's coming. Trust and believe. If anybody's ever waited for the B-15 in Brooklyn, you miss one. It's coming. It's gonna be a while, but it's coming.
Yeah,
Trust.
but it's
It's
coming back.
coming. Yeah.
Right.
So uh
Yeah, bro.
the,
The thing with Robert Sarver, bro. The thing with Robert Sarver is it saddens me and frustrates me, and all these because say for instance, I'll give you an example. Say for instance, me and I want to say that. So I have a bunch of friends, right? And we laugh about our cultural differences, right? Like my
right.
homeboy, Crazy Teddy, he a Lakers fan, right? I remember like when I first met him, he invited me to his house for Christmas, right? And when I went to his house, man, he had a beautiful spread. The yard was decorated, man, with beautiful Christmas ornaments and all these things. And we go in the house and we see the table, and me and Mo look, we're like, what is this? And he says something. I think he said, this is baklava. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is baklava? This is me trying to figure it out. And he looked at me like, what you mean? It's good. His wife, man. I love his wife like a sister, bro. Like I love his wife like a sister, man. That's my girl. She's like, yo, everything can't be down home. Cause she not Greek. My man is Greek, right? Ted is Greek and
Hmm.
Irish. And Nicole is German and something else. I can't remember. But they laugh. They like, and so I tell an inappropriate joke to break the ice. I'm like, damn, till you invited us over, man. Where the damn fried chicken at? You know what I'm saying? I tell a joke. I just do an icebreaker right there. That's you know what I'm saying. I know it was
Right.
inappropriate, but I do it to break the ice because I look around and we the only black couple, right? And so and I'm like, big dog, don't tell me. You don't tell me. Don't. I look at Mo. I'm like, we the affirmative action couple. damn it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling like these jokes to break the ice, you know what I'm saying, self-deprecating to let people know, like I get it. I'm open to, you know what I'm saying, and so right then you're like, oh snap, I didn't even consider. And I'm like, nah, man, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to different because I'm black. Whether and I understand, and this is not a reason why people should say the N-word. This is not where I'm going. As a matter of fact, it's the complete opposite. It's why you shouldn't say it.
Right.
Under any circumstance, right? As a culture, I embrace all types of other people's culture, whether I give them respect for it or not. Right? I drive a German car. I like Asian cuisine. I wear Italian clothes. You know what I'm saying? All these different things, right? All these different things that I'll do, right? Right. But then there are some of us that do that and we won't recognize other people's culture. We won't. Right? We won't. But the thing is, as in these settings, and I have a bunch of different oh Chuck said, okay. All right, so Chuck will be back. The thing is with real people like myself, I like to be surrounded around other real people. People that care about you, not because you're Italian or because you're Irish or because you're German or because you're Caribbean or because you're black or because you're African or whatever, but because you're a good person. And you can tell when people are good people, right? You can tell when people are good people. You get the good people vibe from them, right? My deal is with people like these in these positions of authority is you can't tell if they're good people or not because they have these weird actions that make you think that they're bad people. Right? The thing about me is I like to surround myself around good people. It's what it is. People with an innocent stance. They don't want nothing from you, and you don't want nothing from them except friendship. Right? Right? That's all we want, man. Some people just all we want is to be around other people, experience other people's cultures, and just kick it. Right? Like say for instance, if you're Spanish, I don't want nothing from a Spanish person except friendship. We just kicking it. Spanish is you being Spanish. It's important to you, but it's an afterthought to me because I'm more so into how good a person you are, and then the Spanish thing come later. Like I want you to understand that I try to be a good person, right? I try to be a good person, and then when you find out my heritage, then that's secondary stuff. That's my stance. Man, are you a good person? You know what I'm saying? That's the key. And these people in these places and positions, they take their stance of authority, and whether they are a mean person or a misguided person, still do clumsy stuff that impacts the lives of others. Right? And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Like honestly, when I know a lot of people when they hear me say white guy or white girl or black guy or black girl or Spanish lady, Spanish dude, right? That people saying that I should just say, hey man, just say man, just say woman. No, I'm not doing that. Because I'm not a racist. Right? I'm not a racist. People are around me, you know the vibe. You know the vibe. I respect people for where they are and how they are. Right? And then when you hear this guy say these things over the course of years, and the NBA suspends him for a year, makes me think that I'm being held captive to. Oh, that's Chuck. That's Chuck hitting me up. Yeah, I'm sorry. It makes me think that the money is more important than the people. The money is more important than the people. Like when I talk about Danny, when I speak to Danny Landis and I ask him how Lucas is, I don't ask him. That's not just a general statement. Yo, how's Lucas? That's not general. That's me being concerned. Like, Danny, what up? How's Lucas? That's me being concerned. I'm legit invested in that. That's me being invested in that. That's me being real. That's me being real. The thing with Robert Sarver, man, is man, go read this thing. Don't let things like that. Don't let things like that pass you by, man. Don't be uninformed. Information is key. We do it all the time. Every step we take, we processing, we gathering information. Right? As soon as you unlock your door to go out the door, you processing, you taking the information. Right? You're processing your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You do that every day. So then when somebody gives you this information for you to become more informed, so you can understand, so that you can be a better human, take that stuff in, man, and read it. Take it in and read it, man. Process it. Right? Yo, so I have this thing. I have the Discord, man. So to continue the conversation, man, click on the Discord link and just shout out your man. I got a link up here. Y'all see it, the HTTPS Discord link. Just click on it, man, and send your man a hello. Just say hello to Uncle Freezy. Do your man a favor. Just say hello to us on the Discord server. King Papa says, yo, we doing KMD? Hell yeah. Yeah, we doing KMD, man. Yeah, we doing KMD. I just need a few minutes to do some stuff. I'm waiting here for Chuck to come back so that we can get into a couple more things and wrap up and get out of here. Matter of fact, I might just wrap up right here. Hey y'all, let me wrap up right here. I'm gonna get out of here so I can do a few things just real quick. Thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with us, vibes and stuff live in the morning. I'm out of here. Peace, y'all.